boy Dirty, God bless. Today we fixing phones once again. Today we got a Redimi A3. Touchscreen still works, but we don't know the victim's password. We don't know shit. So let's switch up this screen so the victim can identify the phone, and then we'll unlock it. All right, let's get to it. So first part, what you got to do is these most of these Chinese phones, these cheap ass phones, right? First, I'm gonna take off these gloves. All right, these tiny phones, you gotta take off the back cover. Normally, I would heat this, but let's just put the prod tool deep inside. See how that comes out right there? And we just pry. Just literally with the prod tool. This is just a plastic, fake leather, fake, I don't know what the fuck they're trying to do here. But it's plastic. So, take it out, nice and easy. There's no real glue, like in the middle. The glue only comes on the sides, on like the edges, right? So take that out, peel it out, whatever. Most of this can be done on hand anyway. By the way, the phone is on, but I have taken out the previous owner's SIM card, so they can't find us, hopefully. But if the police comes, then they come. Oh well, we'll just say the phone's not here. God bless. All right, so we're taking it off. Now, here's the tricky part. This has a big ass camera thing, but a tiny ass camera, so we gotta take that out too. Same thing, prod tool, pull. Very simple, very easy. Snaps off just like that. It's literally just snap on, right? Just fancy. Look how tiny the cameras are. Look how big this thing is, and look how tiny the cameras are. That's a Chinese phone. Next, we're gonna get the Phillips head screwdriver, and let's take off all these pins. No real trick to this, just take off the pins. Very simple, very easy. While we do this, let's talk a little bit album, right? So the Peruvian coalition, bigger every day. More and more guilds join that shit. Out limits truced out with their alliance. Barovia and Purgatory joined Hogs. And it's a stalemate still, which is kind of sad if you think about it. Like, right now at this point, I think the Peruvian and Africa coalition is the biggest slave coalition Albion's ever seen. I mean, they already outnumbered everyone, right? And then they threw fucking Fat Fuck Henry on top of everything as well. They threw on Fat Fuck Henry, get it? Yeah, wait. But yeah. It's kind of wild if you think about like how many people they actually have compared to the game's population. And obviously, I'm not gonna bullshit. I was in PoE for a very long time. We obviously used numbers, we outnumbered people, we queued people out, whatever. But that's not what I'm trying to get to. What I'm trying to get to is how you're gonna have that many more people, right? And not be having like decisive victories. Like the macro is horrible. I don't know who's doing macro, if it's Dalius, if it's Africa. I don't know who's doing it, but like it's fucking horrible. Like how does Hogs Coalition, how does TLM still have maps? Like what the fuck are you kids doing at this point, You should be sending side zergs to every single territory to fucking back up and back rating shit. And just have all the energy channeled up to Africa. Even if you don't want to give out all the Africa, they will because, they're slave drivers. But even if you don't want to give like all the energy to Africa, like what the fuck are you even doing at that point? It's wild, it's ridiculous. How the fuck are they still doing that? Anyway, boom, took out all the screws, no more screws. Second step, let's make sure the crackhead that sold me this phone actually took out the SIM card. So let me find my SIM ejection tool. Have a... Alright, well when you don't have a SIM ejection tool, you're on the street, you need to get rid of a SIM card real fast so people, police can't find you. Just find a pry tool, anything. You can literally just put it underneath right here and pull it out manually. See that? No tool. Comes out easy, but yeah. This is a good crackhead. He took out the SIM card. Good for him. Anyway, yo, phone's here, no screws left. You put the prod tool, once again, always get a nice little prod tool, something you can put underneath the bezels. You're gonna put that between the green and the black, right? Where the screen comes out. And you're gonna apply a little bit of pressure until you get that. See that? I'm in, yeah? Once you're inside, boom, clicks open. Go with your fingernail, go with whatever, and clack, clack, clack. This shit opens easier than fucking, what's that Spanish streamer, bro? The Latino one? The one that Jack took to Germany? Acromita, yeah, this shit opens faster than Acromita's legs. Super, super easy to take off. All right. Another thing, when you have these phones, most of these new Chinese phones, right? They got a fingerprint sensor underneath the power button, and that usually is like underneath the it's stuck on the main one, right? So make sure you don't just just tug it up. Always look what you're doing so you don't break shit. Come over here, snap this bitch off, boom. Now we've taken off the back cover, we've taken off the whatever this little plastic protection is. Now we got access to the main board. On this phone, we're gonna be doing a screen replacement, right? So, first thing we do, battery off, no power, good. Come over here, take that off, great. This right here, this is it's called an FPC, and this is an FPC cable. This right here is what's gonna be bringing energy and connect the screen to the actual motherboard. It also connects down here. I'll show you after I take off the battery, but the screen is just one piece. Next step, we gotta take out this battery. Cheap Chinese piece of shit, but let's see what we can do. By the way, most of these Chinese phones are the exact same thing. So most of these Huawei's, these Xiaomi's, these Redmi's, Honor, all like the Chinese garbage, it's usually all the same shit, right? So got these little knock tabs. You're gonna take that off. The instructions are literally written on it, but take off the knock tabs. Pull it up, pull off the middle, just apply a little bit of pressure, pulling away from the phone. You want to pull from the sides, not from the middle. Leave the middle tabs, right? Because see when it comes out, oh, look, the side tabs come out, the middle tab stays. So you want to apply pressure right here where my two fingers are. Apply that, battery comes out, nice and easy, right? We can see underneath, this is this ribbon cable, right? This flex cable. It's going to connect to the screen underneath here. So the screen's gonna pop up this connector, and it's gonna pop up this connector as the charging port. So without the screen, this phone also doesn't charge. It's a cost-saving thing they do. Because once again, cheap fucking Chinese phones. Anyway, battery's out. Unplug underneath. Take out the flex. Now we're coming to the actual screen. Once again, this screen technically works. If I wasn't a lazy fuck, like an arch member, I would take this screen, put some plastic on it, right? Oh, motherfucker, bro, I got glass in my fucking hand. Fuck. Wear gloves, kids. Anyway, if I was a lazy fuck, I'd take out this fucking screen, I'd just do a glass replacement. But these Chinese screens are so fragile and so cheap that it's literally not worth it. So, let's just destroy this. Once again, prod tool. And you're seeing a trend. We do everything with this prod tool. You want to come here between where like the speaker comes, right? And just literally just break a piece. Ah, motherfucker, bro. This shit's hard as rock. Now let's try two. Let's try from down here. Prod tool in, screen up. We broke a piece, right? Take that piece. Try not to make too horrible of a mess. Boom. Now we have access to underneath the screen. You want to pull from underneath everything. And you want to look at the side to make sure you got everything, right? Take that up, and once again, comes out nice and easy. There's no actual glue around the middle. All the glue is going to be on the edges. So you're going to try to make as least of a mess as possible. Take the glue off, right? Take the adhesive off, and just take off the screen. Once again, these are fragile, junk Chinese phones, so, it comes out nice and easy. See that? Got the, this is where the power, it's going to connect to the power dock station, and this is going to connect to the motherboard. It's all in the same one shitty fucking screen connector. Cheap, cost saving. Now we got the actual screen here. So we got to take out the excess. Obviously, we're going to put our new screen. Can't have, these glass fragments on it. So once again, they come out really easy. I usually will be using a glove for this, but these phones are just so cheap and so poorly constructed, and the materials they use are so bad that you can just literally just take it off with your fingers and you'll be fine. Like it doesn't even feel like real glass. Anyway, we're done here. We go with the same prod tool. It's good to get yourself a good prod tool if you're gonna be working with, questionable phones. Just come around the edges, take off the excess, make sure you don't have random stuff. Make sure you're making it, nice and clean. Put on the new display. Just clean that off, 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 clean that off. Yeah. Anyway, if you're not from Albion, by the way, you have no idea what I'm saying. Albion's a no-life game with an MMORPG where you lose your soul, and it's full of fucking Peruvians and people selling the fucking money for real-life money and degenerates and people that e-date. E-dating's a sin, by the way. Don't do that shit. Women on the internet, no bueno. Anyway, we just want to clean out the edges as much as we can. Just take as much stuff off, the excess, whatever. Boom. Looks reasonably okay. It's not great, but it's alright, whatever. Clean out the top here. Alright, we're good to go. And that's how you strip apart stolen Chinese phone. Come back in a little bit, and I'll show you how to put this back together. God bless.